going to be Apollo receiving first here on offense. As Juice will receive it about 17 yards all the way to the 26-yard line.
Anything above 25 yards is a great return to start this offensive drive for Apollo.
Yeah, it's going to be Maddie choosing to keep it on the ground, so might be seeing a similar play style coming out of both QBs, ground and pound. Set up these big plays, and Maddie will be without his number one receiver. He normally relies on Death. Normally he's out or standout target, but he's actually got Sparks here playing receiver for him, so we'll see how that maybe factors into. Gets 2 yards run there.
So he usually has Spark and Death.
No, Sparks normally doesn't play on Apollo. Death is normally his number one receiver.
Oh, okay. Okay.
All right, gonna get 1 yard run there, get stuffed. So now a 4th and 2 situation could be a little bit tricky. More deceptive than most people think. It's not as easy as maybe running forward. All it takes is one, bad step up, and you don't make it. As it's gonna be 3-man rush. He has Sparks outside leverage, and it's caught perfectly timed up by Maddie. Diving catch there from Sparks, gonna get him a 38-yard first
That was
down.
amazing play from Sparks not to give up on that ball and making that diving catch. It really truly looked like it was an overthrow, but Sparks is able to come down and grab that
Yeah,
for a
and
crazy first down.
yeah, and that's your 50 ball right there. I mean, that's probably make a similar play as Sparks there. So top tier talent is top tier talent. No matter who it is, as Maddie gonna roll all the way to the right sideline there, tries to toss it, looking like middle of the field, but will get batted down by the lineman. And that was kind of the narrative of the first game too for the Spear team, is their D line was eating every play. It's like every play they were constantly in the backfield. Where Sean actually chipped there, Hitachi nearly finds himself underneath that drag in the pick there. Instead, it's going to be Sean catching it for about 2 yards. Now another 4th down situation here. What are you looking to do, Sean?
I'm looking to see these four people go into this pocket and really put pressure on Maddie. Itachi, I want to see him go in at least 3 yards and then slide back out to maybe protect like that middle of the field. But Itachi electing to go all the way in. But if he had just went into the 3 yards and rotated back, that middle comeback wouldn't have been there, and they would have ended up coming up huge on defense.
Yeah, really good job keeping himself pocketed there. And that's kind of as the game of Gridiron sort of evolved and these QBs get better and better, we used to see originally it'd be the QBs trying to roll, get that sideline. But nowadays, it's all about trying to stay pocket, trying to stay center of the field, and keep that entire field in front of you. So you don't have to like throw necessarily huge passes across body. It's all centered, so it's all easier passes to make.
Yeah, Gunslinger said it best. You see the ball and you see the field better when you're center.
Mm-hmm.
So if you could just stay in the center of the field, you can make any throw that you need to make. But if you're rolling all the way to the sideline, you can't throw that cross body pass. It's going to be too hard.
Suddenly half the field is just gone out of. You can't even try to make that attempt.
Yeah.
So Maddie gonna finish off this drive here with a 1 yard rushing touchdown up the middle. Gonna be a 6-point lead to begin. Perfect drive out of Apollo.
Fear had a lot of plays to stop this drive, but unfortunately, that one crazy pass on the sideline caught by Sparks, and then electing to go with the 4-man and not backing up to the middle of the field to stop that comeback. And Apollo comes up huge, getting 7 points on this board.
Yeah, so starting out fast here, but here has a pretty potent offense of their own. Gonna be fun to see what they got planned here.
Yeah, I am curious to see how Itachi performs at the quarterback. I'm kind of upset I didn't get to see the first game where he popped off.
And, credit where credit's due, it was against Misfits. They weren't exactly the scariest people to go up against, I'll say it. But it'll be fun to see how Tachi does more against this more middle higher tier, players in the GFA. As they're gonna be coming out instantly in 4-down lineman, the safety pressure, sending the blitz. Doesn't quite hit home though.
Sending the blitz.
Yeah, Zatachi all the time in the world throws it over, but he's going to be more Gooder actually coming back from the right side of the field there to make that catch 13 yards as Tachi.
Itachi had a horseshoe in his pocket right there.
Yeah,
Overthrows to Seb and Gooder able to come up clutch
yeah.
and saving that pass from being intercepted.
A little scary there. Tachi tries to go for a run and slides right into the lap of Keycraft as they're staying in the safety pressure. We'll be rolling back again. Quick comeback there. Sparks though plays it perfectly, gets a tackle right at the down marker right there. So no yards gained. Gonna be a 3rd and 10 now.
There was a little rub action from Cam Newton. He kind of just went down into that flat. I wonder if he was going for the blocks immediately.
Yeah. Speaking of, there he is, Cam doing that kind of wheel route
Yeah.
from that lineman position. Nobody calls it out. Nobody tries to go and cover it. It's gonna be a free 15 yards as they keep this drive live. The jersey he's wearing, that is the whatchamacallit, the IP jersey
IP
that
jersey.
recently added
Okay.
into the game. Ooh, four-man rush comes in. Juice managed to get that edge. Alexander can't keep him there as a touch tries to break the contain, fearing the inside rush. 14-yard sack, 2nd and 24 now.
Great pressure by Juice right there to get them started on this drive.
All right, this time he's gonna roll all the way to the left and not really find too much. Tries to step up, gets about a 3-yard run before Maddie meets him. Now a 3rd and 21. Needs to make it a more manageable 4th down at least, or he could go for boom or bust here.
Yeah,
We'll see.
Apollo's very trusting in this 3-man defensive coverage.
Ooh. Oh my. Okay. So Tachi making a crazy step up there. Right in front of Juice. Tries to launch it for Blue. He's gonna be a little bit overthrown. Or now
Yeah,
it's a
just a
4th and
little bit.
21.
They're only sending 3, so he's gonna have some time. But Crafty, what a crazy sack to turn the ball over for Apollo.
Yeah, you saw them try to set up that pocket there on the right sideline, but the shields just don't come up in time. And honestly, it was just a free sack. Give it up with
Yeah,
Apollo giving now great field position starting inside of Fear territory. But Cheesecake running off the end there like a madman, gonna get a 2-yard sack.
Cheesecake is just an amazing player. I mean, I love watching him play. I've played with him a few times, and he's just a great player all around.
Yeah, Spark gonna get big bodied there, looking for a corner route, gonna find it over Gooder, who makes a tackle, 43-yard gain, so 1st and goal from the 5-yard line.
Fear coming out in that like 4-3 defense, trying to stop the instant run, and Cam coming up with a great sack on Mate. For the -5 yards on the play.
All right, Maddie, 2nd and goal now. We'll toss this one away, not liking the coverage he sees downfield.
I was very curious if he just didn't see Sean right in front of him, or if the defender was a little bit in front of him where he was scared that he was going to throw a face pick. But
Yeah,
Sean hit this out route really quick and got open.
yeah, it'll be interesting to see. Maybe Maddie not looking straight upfield. Maybe he's looking at the line for a few seconds. He was trying to go for a screen, though, going to overthrow Sean, who maybe would have gained like a yard or two there.
Yeah, yeah.
Looked pretty blown up. They will go for the kick, though. So
Now
going
this is a
for
very smart play.
yeah, going
I
for the
like this.
strategic lead, not trying to be all showboaty about it. It's
But he missed the
Maddie.
kick.
He missed the
Oh
kick.
no. I wonder if he had the jitters because he wasn't lined up in the middle. A lot of these like newer players when it comes to these field goals, if they're not lined up in the middle,
Yeah,
they can't manage exactly how to kick the ball. And great turnover for Fear. This could have hyped their team up.
yeah. So interesting, definitely interesting there. As Maddie misses that, and this isn't really like the tournament. Yeah, it's nice to win it all, but at the end of the day, this is for QBs to show off their skills and kicking field goals like that. That's going to be something you need to do when you're playing
Yeah.
against GFA talent. If you're going to be one of
hmm
those QBs, that, get selected for next season.
Yeah,
So
and I mean, I know we're like talking about that, and like even right there, Itachi had a wide open Gooder on the sideline and overthrew him, and Gooder wasn't able to get his feet in bounds. That was a free touchdown. But back to like what we were talking about with the kick, he even said in the chat that he hasn't kicked like that before, and that's something that you need to learn and practice because getting points against these greater teams are going to be key, especially in moments like that.
Gooder wide open on the post route, but it's gonna be overthrown. Itachi maybe getting a little bit nervous here.
Yeah.
The ball get away from him.
Itachi's he's slightly overthrowing it. He just needs to dial it down just a little bit, and these passes would be on the money. 3rd and 1 for Fear.
All right, Itachi getting some positive rush yards there. Gonna set up 3rd and 1 now. See what Itachi have to do. Twins right, 4-man rush coming in, but he sends Cam on the leak, trying to hit Seb on the short. He kind of just stood there waiting for a screen as Cam went deep.
Yeah,
And it's gonna
and
be complete.
it it threw the defense off for Apollo. Gooder was wide open on the right side again because they all switched to the left, and they left Gooder going down the sideline.
Yes, that's gonna be T-Craft getting inside there. Touch trying to force his way to the right sideline. 5-yard sack and a result in a turnover on downs, and Apollo back in scoring range.
P. Crafty have an amazing first half, causing 2 turnovers for his team on these 4th down sacks.
Yeah, man's been a menace lately on the line. Maybe he can work on some blocking, but his D line is certainly there with some of the best. As there's going to be a dot thrown for Sparks. Gonna spot
Yeah,
off that one for a 35-yard touchdown.
definitely unfortunate on Gooder's part. He let Sparks get behind him, and Sparks is one of those players where if he gets behind you, he's not going to let you like get back. You know what I mean? So Sparks was able to just sit there right there on spot and take it in for another 6 points for Apollo.
Yeah, so currently a 14 to nothing lead for Apollo.
We're in the second quarter, 3 minutes and 30 left, and Sparks is already at 116 yards. So we know who he likes throwing to.
Okay, so 1st and 10 here. Itachi gets face picked by Juice.
Oh. And after letting up a touchdown, the first play you throw the face pick, that is just absolutely heartbreaking. Hopefully, Fear could regroup and recoup. That's a with a 7-yard run.
Okay, so Maddie, we're in position to go up by 3 scores now. I mean, even a field goal would do that. As it's gonna be a short pass there for Sparks. Sparks making a ton of moves, ton of yak there, and it's gonna be another touchdown for Apollo.
Sparks is incredible. I mean, he's making nothing out of something, or something out of nothing. Sorry about that. Almost every single play, it looks like. And these two are taking control on offense. And on defense, it's the Apollo line. I mean, between the sacks and now the face pick, there's not much more you can ask for.
All right, Seb gonna be looking to get a return here now, as Fear nearly breaks that one away and says Sparks gonna make a play there. Will be a 27-yard return, gets him out to the 34-yard line, but Itachi on his back foot. I know somebody in chat said he doesn't get nervous, but I don't know. Nerves might be getting to him here.
You're down 21 points already in the second. There's still a lot of game left, but another first play interception coming from Sparks. You know, he elected to do the comeback middle. He threw middle, but then Seb leaned out to the outside, and Sparks is able to just cut right in front of him and grab the interception.
Yeah, Sparks getting a little feisty there, and Chat. He feels disrespected that he got Gooder on him. He says, "I want real competition." As Maddie rolling to his left here, there's a lot of time, and he's gonna throw a pick. Gonna be underthrown to Seb there. One at Sean.
Now, this is the one thing you don't want to do, like as Apollo. Like when you cause these turnovers, go down and use the time to your advantage. I mean, I know you want to go and you want to put up stats, but at the end of the day, the win is more important.
Ooh, Sparks gonna be diving there. Gets stiff arm pretty much. Seb trying to take it into the end zone. Gonna be blindsided tackled there by Itachi, but it's still sorry, blindsided by Sean there. This is a first and goal here for Itachi and Fear as they're looking to at least strike some points here, but the middle is just stuffed by T-Craft.
You know, I played on a team where my teammate elected to do an emo on the 1 yard line and cost us the game. Seb not diving there. This could be very bad news for Fear.
That's gonna be a 5-yard sack there. T-Craft already on his 5th sack of the game. Man is balling.
Yeah, he is playing out of his mind. And putting them at 3rd down and 9. Starting to really think if he should have just taken the dive.
Yeah, tries to run it here. Calls his own number. Will set up a 4th and goal after getting 6 yards.
This is a really important play by them.
Yeah, and oh man, T-Craft another turnover on downs from a sack.
Someone needs to get in front of this guy.
Just put your shield up.
He is absolutely eating on this line. That's his 3rd turnover on downs for him on these sacks. He's playing incredible.
Okay. So 2nd and 11. As Maddie in his own end zone, backed up there, trusting Sparks though, and Bloopy gonna pick that one off.
See? And Sparks, he started yapping in the chat like he was feeling disrespected. Da 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 da. Now that's 2 plays. One was caught for like 90 yards, and now he just got picked off. And you just got to play the game, man.
Yeah, Tachi trying to go for a run there. T-Craft forces him out of bounds. Will be a 2-yard gain in total as Tachi needs to just kind of recenter himself, refocus up a little bit. It seems like he's kind of forcing things he normally wouldn't. The line pressure certainly getting to him as well. T-Craft 6 sacks already just in the first half alone. As he gets all the way out to the left side. Let's be short again. I thought, oh my god.
Gooder saving Itachi and throwing another interception. Maddie was there, man.
Did
And
Maddie just not jump?
I think Gooder got right in front of him, split second. That's all it was. Like last second, he got
insane. But Sparks gonna read this one all day.
Yeah, Itachi's showing. He's showing what he's throwing. So like he looked down on Seb for too long, and Sparks was able to just jump the gun and get the interception on him.
So yeah, neither team. Apollo pretty much scored 3 times in a row, but it looked a little iffy here as of late. Gonna be Cheesecake getting a 17-yard sack, and this puts him pretty much in safety territory if he's not careful.
This D line needs to come up huge right here. If they could cause a safety and get Itachi this ball back, hopefully it gives him enough momentum to take this ball in to get them at least to double digits before half.
Yeah, will be a chip coming up from the running back there. Chaz, no gooder. Doesn't quite make the tackle right away. That's going to be a 33-yard gain, 11 of which came after the catch after Gooder couldn't quite tag him.
Yeah. Luckily, he was able to make the tackle before it got even worse. But putting them at 1st down with 54 seconds remaining is Not a good look right now.
Yeah, it's gonna be flicked for Sean, who comes up a little too far to try and make the catch. Ends up sailing over him a little bit. It's gonna be a 2nd and 10 now here for Apollo. Mate, 3-yard run as it gets kind of muddled there in the middle.
So Fear is stopping the run, which is huge, and they're forcing him to pass. But when they start passing, Sparks has just been an absolute problem for their defense.
Yeah, Sparks being a menace most of the game. As this is gonna be another catch. Oh no!
Bloopy there to undercut the throw. Maddie getting a little bit too much pressure and wasn't able to lead that ball far enough for Sparks.
The last 2 passes that have gone to Sparks have been picks. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, absolutely.
Gonna be Sushi trying to sell inside. There isn't quite hit home. Itachi looking for the corner to Bloopy. Bloopy
Oh,
though.
it's
Gonna
just too far.
get overthrown there.
It's just too far. Just a little bit. He has to just dial that mouse a little bit lower. And he's able to get these open passes.
Yeah.
This game could be completely different.
27 seconds left. He chooses to run up the middle. 3rd and 4 now. As he uses his first timeout. 25 seconds left on the clock. Fear looking to get any semblance of offense going here at the end. Bloopy going to be having a comeback over the middle. Slides up, makes a good play. 20 yards gained by him. We'll put him inside the 30.
So they choose not to use the timeout. Took about 4 seconds off of their clock.
So Itachi rolls all the way to the right side. Nearly slides out of bounds. Is that thrown in the middle? Overthrows Sparks. Was the closest one to it, actually. Tries to body block it out. Doesn't quite have spots, so will be Fear living to see another down.
Itachi is hurting my heart. These passes are just a little bit overthrown, and if he put that right on the money to Seb, that was a touchdown right before half.
Yeah, instead he's going to do corner trusted, and it's going to be Gooder there. But still, I mean, that's not sustainable offense, trying to just trust, the blob in the corner.
But if I'm not mistaken, Fear started on defense this game, correct?
I believe so. So I believe they will get the ball here at half. But
So it's definitely better that they score just now, so then they have a chance to,
no.
Oh no. Oh
Sack
no.
Master Sushi coming out to get the block. As it's going to be a 15-point game going into the half. Tachi just kicking it out of bounds. Recapping the score right now, it's going to be 7-4-14 from Maddie through the air, 184 passing yards, 8 rushing yards. Itachi, meanwhile, 7-16, 143 through the air, 3 on the ground.
Yeah.
Both QBs picked off 3 times apiece. It's just Maddie been scoring more on offense, been doing more with his picks. Not to mention T-Craft playing like a maniac has three drives where he got the sack to turn it over on downs.
And 2 of them were within the 50-yard line of the opponent. So in order, like him doing that and then him stopping that one that was in the red zone, I mean, unbelievable by him.
Yeah, playing like a maniac right now. Seb trying to find a lane here on special teams to return the ball. We'll end up getting about 23 yards to the 29. So not a bad return there. Tachi and Fear on the back foot, though, down by 15. Going to be trying to make some offensive fireworks happen this half.
Looking at the scoreboard, you would think that the score would be kind of even with the way it looks, but it's just the fact that these turnovers coming at like unoptimal times for Fear makes the score look worse than it actually is.
Nice throw there. Going to get another first down. As Tachi maybe going back to his roots, trying to more dink it, dunk it, than look for these big plays, look for these trickery type plays. We'll throw this one out of bounds. After the pressure got them, tried rolling right, then back to his left, not quite. Having a good lane there. 4 down lineman rush. still being shown here by Apollo as well. Maddie will drop back to the middle of the field. Itachi as room cuts back up. Nice job picking the lane there instead of trying to
Yeah,
force it
very
outside.
absolutely very very smart by Itachi to cut back in through the middle and take that up the middle of the field to get those yards. It was looking scary in that pocket.
Yeah, so the real four-man rush come out. T-Craft being the free man this time, and Tachi, before anybody can get there, will throw it away. But now 4th and 1 on the docket here. Gonna be a very deceptive 1 yard to get. We'll see what he decides to do here. As okay, both the your alignment don't quite hit home as he's just gonna slide literally in a straight line and get the first.
Yeah, they just let Mate just go in and kind of put more pressure on Crafty. And Itachi was just able to walk right by Matt to get that first down.
Yeah, so new set of downs here. They're inside Apollo territory, but T-Craft slide diving right in, gonna get a 9-yard sack, his 7th of the game.
Yeah, I don't know what Itachi did to T Craft, but this is just crazy. He is a menace right now.
Oh no, another face pick by the lineman. Sushi trying to return this one, able to get 18 yards. Take it back to the 19. Apollo, we're all in position to put more points up.
And you know what, Soup? This Apollo line, they all deserve like respect. They've been playing insane this whole game. Juice
Yeah.
has a face pick. Sushi has a face pick. Crafty is just destroying in all aspects of this game.
Yeah, and it really is just coming down to Itachi's issue. To understand throw angles. It's either he's throwing it too low or too high. And there's been no, he hasn't found that perfect middle ground. As
Yeah.
Sparks gonna take the screen up all the way for a 19-yard touchdown. Apollo just taking it to him.
And Sparks, yet again making nothing into something. It looked like he was going to get tackled as soon as that ball was thrown, and he's able to just cut up the field and score another touchdown on these screen passes. This is going to be a hard hole to climb out of for Fear.
Yeah.
Especially with the passes that are going on. Either overthrown or underthrown. And you definitely don't want that, especially with the tiers of these players on Apollo.
Right now, starting from just about their 30-yard line, Itachi needs to play perfectly pretty much throughout the rest of the game. Can't give Apollo many more chances, as he will find over the middle. A low pass there, as Seb has a lot of yak. Just need to block Chaz out. Chaz chasing from behind. He's going to dive. It's going to be Seb keeping it going downfield. He might take it all the way. Just Sparks to stop. Sparks can't catch him. Oh. And Seb's going to have a massive touchdown. A 71-yarder to the house. Or
that was
the menace
great downfield blocking. Great downfield blocking by the boys on Fear. Absolutely outstanding. And they're going to go for 2 here, Soup.
Yeah, trying to make it a 14-point game. I can respect it, going for it and understanding your situation sooner rather than, just taking the field goal, not knowing what you need to get later. It's going to be Gooder back of the end zone on the split to convert it. And suddenly we got ourselves a 2-possession game.
Sending Gooder on the split and Bloopy on a nice little in-out and baited both of those DBs down to him. And Gooder coming up clutch for Itachi in the back of the end zone.
Yeah, so now it's me, Matty, getting what seems like his first kick return all game, I swear. Apollo pretty much been getting the ball handed to them on offense.
Really, really, they have been. I mean, that was the biggest play of the game for these guys on the Fear team, and for them to come up with a touchdown right there is huge. But they're going to have to perform right now on defense. This is a big moment for their team.
Yeah, managed to get the stuff there on the first down. That'll be 2nd and 10 as Itachi sending the 4-man rush. Going to dive there. Chaz available over the middle. Going to pick up 8 yards, but not a first yet. So a 3rd and 2 now. for this team.
Big tackle by Seb right there. Big tackle.
Yeah, you saw he had to make up a lot of ground there as they're studying the 4-man rush with all man coverage across the board. As Maddie outside the lane gonna have it there. Seb gonna come down, make the tackle again.
Alexander went for the inside cell and got absolutely stuffed into the ground. And Seb almost able to get there to make that tackle, but just a tad short.
All right, new 1st and 10 here. Maddie pre-throwing that comeback to Chaz, but it's gonna be a little bit out of his reach. As now it's gonna be another 2nd down play for them.
That could have been really good for Apollo right there. I mean, that would have been another like back-to-back first downs right there, but unfortunate Chaz couldn't make it to
Ooh,
that ball
oh
quick enough.
no. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, it's overthrown.
Wow.
Everything was looking super bad for Fear on that play. They initially got in with the rush, but then you saw Maddie just step up. And you started to see Itachi back up in the coverage until he realized that the step up was compromised. But at that
Yeah,
point, it was
yeah.
too late. I mean, Maddie had so much time. He stepped up, almost threw it to Sparks, but it's just a little bit over that time. So luckily, Fear living to see another down. Is Cam going to get a 12-yard sack there now, a 4th and 22?
Yeah, and then the worst part is on that play, they pushed him up, they missed the tackle, and then they pushed him back, and Cheesecake was about to hit him for the sack, but it was just bad luck all over the place.
Yeah.
And then they got blessed with an overthrow.
But 4th and a long, 4-man rush coming out. They're just 50ing it. And, oh man, Sparks is going to spot on it.
When you have a player like Sparks where you are able to do that, sometimes on 4th down, when you really need a big moment, there's no other player you want to throw that to. So that's just how it goes.
Everybody's got their 50 bots that they trust maybe a little bit too much sometimes, but that time it's going to work out for them. A 5-yard run there by Maddie. 1st down. Going to set up a 2nd and 5. Gonna be rolling Seb. Or sorry, Sean. Jesus. Because Seb and Sean's name look so similar from far away.
And they're playing on each other, so
Yeah,
it's
it's
even
really
worse.
annoying when you just see the SE and then the SC, and then the ends look kind of weird from a distance.
Yeah. I mean, and they're testing each other. These two have been going at it all game.
Oh,
Juice
that's
getting it. Juice a little body block on Matt right there.
Juice not
And
realizing he does need to block his own quarterback. He needs to block the people in front of his own quarterback.
so 4th and 23 for Apollo. We're looking to see who he goes to. I'm gonna be calling it 95% is going to Sparks.
Yeah, but you're seeing the outside of Rush Kamatachi. He's going to deter him from rolling in Sparks' direction. Gooder going to spot bot this one. Is going to be a turnover for Fear. 27 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Plenty of time left. Fear maybe trailing by 2 scores, but it is not insurmountable at this point.
Not at all. Not at all. There's still 30 seconds left in this quarter, and every time they throw the ball, it's a big play.
All right, it's going to be Itachi. Has all the room to roll to his left. T-Krat's eventually going to get in there, but it doesn't matter. Throwing cross body. Nobody can quite get to it, though. Out of bounds. Going to be incomplete.
I was really liking what Bloopy had going over there. He did a little out and up, and he was behind Sparks, but I think Itachi was just a little nervous to throw it because it was on Sparks. But in a moment like this, when you're down by 2 possessions and like you need your defense to come up with a stop, just trust your receiver on that play.
Yeah, Itachi kind of AFKing in the pocket for a second there. Well, managed to throw the ball, hits Seb. What awkward of a throw.
That was with a little AFK in the pocket to back up and not get sacked and then hit that throw over the middle. Great awareness by Itachi right there.
Yeah, sometimes just standing still catches the lineman off guard.
Yeah.
They're not expecting it. Sometimes they just dive around you or they think about it a second oh man, Sparks is gonna body block Seb out of that one.
Yeah, and it was looking like Seb had that too. He was able to get behind Sparks like when the play started, but then Sparks with the last second slide behind him to take the advantage over the top.
Yep. Maddie gonna be back on offense here. Alexander nearly selling aside perfectly. He said, Maddie lost it perfectly over like everybody's head, and somehow Sparks comes down with it.
Yeah, I don't know if that was to Sparks or if it was just one of those plays where it's like, okay, Sparks could get it.
Yeah, but this time gonna be chased all the way to the sideline. Alexander finds him.
So the line from Fear is really starting to play in the second half. They've been actually getting a lot of sacks, and putting a lot of pressure on Maddie to like throw these sloppy passes.
Um,
Oh my, an overthrown scene.
yeah,
But Bloopy had just dashed. If he didn't dash,
he
that
was
was
in
a
spot to
free
pick that. Yeah,
interception.
spot to
Yeah.
pick that. Not only that, but somehow Sparks still nearly the closest person to catching that.
Just throw it near Sparks and he'll catch it, man. I'm telling you.
The man is accidentally throwing in like Sparks' direction every single time. Cam gonna find a huge sack though, and it's a 4th and 41. Not only that, from his own end zone as well.
Yeah. Yeah. This is very dangerous for Apollo. If Fear is able to get a safety here, they get the ball back and cut this lead even more.
Lupus gonna catch that one, as that was kind of just a loft up, kind of a punt, an arm punt,
Yeah.
if you would. As
Yeah, it wasn't even going to get to the first down. So Bloopy gets a nice little free interception on the stat sheet.
Fear now gonna be inside Apollo territory to begin this drive already. Nearly goes up in the juice to get sacked. Instead, T-Craft meets him.
I feel like Atachi is like he's like pushing too far out of his pocket too soon and not letting it develop. And
And
it's like not allowing his like D line or his O line to block right away. If he could just like kind of like take a couple steps and then let his pocket form, I feel like his line would hold him down better.
all right, 3rd and 33 now as he gets another sack from T-Craft. Has a short pass, hit Bloopy there. Bloopy looking for a bunch of yak once again.
It's huge, huge,
A yak
huge
squad
by
on the
Bloopy.
side of the field, I see. Nonetheless, now they're in a 4th down situation. 4th and 9, we'll see if Tachi's got it in him. Rolls to his left here, toss it up. Set, but it's overthrown. And once again, just too much on it.
Seb, he had him. He had the guy that was on him, and then he even had the guy that was playing a little off, like off coverage. If that ball was just thrown to the pylon, I mean, that's a touchdown.
Yep, Maddie rolls his left, tosses it up. Gooder actually the closest one, maybe catching that. Goes for the body block instead, though.
Apollo, you know, throwing these balls up like this, they're playing like this team can't come back, and that's not the case. I mean, they got to realize what Fear did on 2 plays. One was a 60-something yard pass, and the other one was like a 70-something yard pass. So, they got to be careful with throwing these deep passes like that.
Yeah, gonna be 3rd and 11 here. And that's going to be another sack added on for Cam Newton's laptop, who's been playing insane right now. That's the transition to lineman. Itachi showing the blitz here on 4th. Hasn't worked out for them too much yet, as just chip block from Sean gets himself available in the middle. Sparks cuts back outside, and he's going to spot out that one. You saw him fade inside like he's going to throw the 50 up the middle. Then he just slides back out. Huge separation, and Maddie just throws it.
See, sometimes like when it comes to like players that are like really good at spot botting, is it even worth sending 4? You know what I mean? Because you're going to have someone chipping anyways. So like, why send 4? That player's going to get blocked. But
yeah, oh man, Bloopy.
Hey,
He's trying, man. He is trying his best.
1 minute 42 seconds left. You're throwing a deep ball on first down.
Loopy
I
is
mean,
trying his best to keep his team in there. 4 picks from him.
this game is far from over.
And gonna be juice selling inside his home. Has all the way to the sideline for Itachi. Needs to probably run out of bounds to preserve some clock. He does. Has to
Yeah,
pick up 19
very smart.
yards.
Very smart by Itachi right there. 19 yards. Didn't waste too much time off the clock. And with only two linemen down there to help you block to get that is amazing.
Oh
Oh,
no.
Bloopy came up a little bit too far, but I don't know if you've seen Soup. He had Gooder on the deep post route wide open. I mean, at least 5 to 6 yards of separation on his guy.
Jesus. This is a rough one if you're an Itachi fan right now. Just has not looked good all game. He's had like only literally his scoring drives are the only drives where he's really looked good, but a lot of that was just a great, yak catch,
Yeah,
by Seb.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean the wide receivers are really trying to do as much as they can, man.
Okay. Maddie awkwardly on the left sideline there, but Seb's gonna be diving 24 yards to Chaz there with the 1 minute warning.
Yeah, Seb, he really tried to get that interception for his team. He wasn't able to get the dive around his around Chaz right there. And now Fear is gonna start being forced to use these timeouts, and now at this point, this game is looking hard to reach.
Yep. It's looking pretty much like it's done here for Fear. Started out strong in the first game, just couldn't get anything done here in game two. Tachi, maybe he needs to be willing to pocket out more. I notice he's trying to force things outside of the pockets, getting sacked a lot of times on those, and kind of losing that other half of the field we talked about earlier when you roll all the way out to the sideline.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Will be a fourth down here for Apollo, but he's just Maddie's gonna 50 it, and who else but Sean, of course? Yeah, who else would it have been?
Sparks.
Nope, I don't even.
Maybe Sparks, but Sean coming up big right there.
Yeah, looking to ice the game pretty much. Maddie, if you wanted to, could literally just take 3 sacks in a row, and there's nothing they could do about it. Instead, he'll throw green to Chaz 5 yards.
I kind of want Apollo to score to see if T Crafty could get to double-digit sacks. He's at 9 right now, having a crazy game on the defensive side of the ball.
Maddie, free lane up the middle, gonna get 9 yards, first down, and they're gonna go for it still. GG starting to come out from both sides though.
It's a
Atachi
great
coming
game.
in.
It's a great game. You know, it was tough on Fear. They were given opportunities to score, but the opportunities were just thrown away because like of overthrows and stuff. And it, when you overthrow your receivers, like yeah, at least it's not a turnover. But then the next play, if you underthrow it and it's a turnover, you kind of just gave it away.